everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Disha Sinha and in today's module, I will be discussing about HTST pasteurization and its usage in food industry. Then after that, I will discuss about various components of HTST pasteurizer and will know how does HTST pasteurizer actually operates. So let us begin with the first topic, that is HTST pasteurizer. Basically, HTST stands for High Temperature Short Time Pasteurizer, which is the most common method of thermal treatment used by the food processing plants for pasteurization of liquid products like drinking milk, cream, soft drink, juices, etc. It is also known as flash pasteurization, which is used as the most effective process for destruction of most heat-resistant pathogenic microorganisms like Coxella. The main advantage of HTST pasteurization is its capacity to heat treat milk quickly and adequately with built-in safeguards that prevent improper pasteurization due to underheating of milk. As you all know, time and temperature regime plays very important role in achieving effective pasteurization, and if it is not followed properly, then it may result in introduction of microbiological hazards in food products. Generally, for milk-based products containing fat less than 10% are usually processed at temperature of about 72 degrees centigrade for 15 minutes. Whereas on the other hand, if the dairy products contain fat higher than 10% or if it contains any additional sweetening agent or flavoring agents, then processing of these types of products should take place at around 75 degrees centigrade for 15 seconds. An HTST pasteurization system is basically a modular unit which consists of following parts such as number 1, balance tank, which is also known as constant level tank that provides the constant supply of milk. It should be made up of SS304 and is equipped with float valve assembly which ensures uniform head pressure on the product leaving the tank. Then the next component of HTST pasteurization system is milk feed pump, which creates suitable pressure that is necessary for efficient flow of liquid milk product. Then the next component of HTST system is filters and clarifiers, which are installed in the system for removing any physical contaminants like dirt and any other metallic components of processing equipments that may lead to any operational or food safety hazards. Then moving on to the next component of HTST system is homogenizer. The function of homogenizer is to divide fat globules into microglobules in order to avoid fat separation in standard milk. Then the next component of HTST system is heat exchanger system, which comprises of 4 sections: regeneration, heating, holding and cooling section. Generally, in food industries, 2 types of heat exchangers are commonly used, which are as follows. That is, number 1 is plate heat exchangers and number 2 is tubular heat exchangers. Then the next section of HTST system is flow diversion valves, which ensures that all conditions for pasteurization have been met before milk passes through it. Then the next component of HTST is instrumentation and control equipments, which increases the efficiency and readability of the product and includes the devices like recording thermometer, temperature transmitter, flow meter, etc. So let us now move towards the next section of this module where we will understand how HTST pasteurizer system actually works. Therefore, to understand its working, let us first understand the equipments in the diagram of the pasteurization circuit presented on your screen right now. This circuit firstly includes the balance tank, which acts as the reservoir of raw milk which feeds the milk inside heat exchanger system through this milk feed pump. Then this heat exchanger system is further divided into 4 sections, that is number 1 regeneration section, number 2 heating section, number 3 holding section, number 4 cooling section. Then this circuit also have various equipments like cream separator, flow diversion valves, and other instrumentation and control equipments like temperature indicator, temperature transmitter and flow meter, etc. So now talking about its flow, raw milk firstly enters inside balance tank from where it is transferred to the preheating section of the heat exchanger through milk feed pump. Within preheating section, which is also known as regeneration section also, incoming raw milk is preheated with the help of pasteurized milk which is flowing on the opposite side, and as in this section pasteurized milk is used for heating of raw milk and there is no external heating source used, so we call this section as regenerative heater section. After heating, then this hot milk passes through the holding section to ensure that the fastest moving particles of milk are held at 72 degrees centigrade for at least 15 seconds. Then this pasteurized milk is passed through flow diversion valve that either diverts the milk back to balance tank if it is not properly heated to pasteurization temperature, or if the milk is properly pasteurized, then it forwards the pasteurized milk into the regeneration section where it is cooled by incoming cold raw milk passing in the opposite direction on the other side of the plates, and ultimately milk enters the cooling section where it is cooled at 4 degrees centigrade before storage. Now with this we came to the end of this module, and if you find this module useful then request you to kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you and have a good time.